Lars, of course, unhappy with the game yesterday, with the result, sorry, but were you unhappy with the performance?
Both, I would say. I mean, the attitude, the work performance, and the defensive part of the game was absolutely top class. I mean, I have seen the game on the way back now, and I can't complain about anything in that. But the attacking part, of course, can be much better, and especially as we have done in some matches in the qualification also, when we score the first goal we get a little bit careful and we don't play exactly the way we should do. So that's something that we have to correct if we take the lead against Austria, that we don't drop back and be a little bit too defensive.
What are the mistakes we do in their goal?
Yeah, I mean, you can always look upon individuals and things like that, but I mean, it goes so quickly, and I don't want to hang any player, but I mean, we're doing mistakes all the time. Then sometimes they go for this, and I mean, the player is tired. I mean, Birker is a little bit behind his attacker, and the position change between Ari and Emil didn't work 100%, but that's happened.
What about, did you come into this game wanting to defend so much? Because we maybe thought you were going to have the ball more. Was that the plan, or did the game just progress this way?
Yeah, I think the first half was pretty good. I mean, I thought maybe we should have had the ball in the first half also a little bit more, but definitely in the second half, as I said, when we get a little bit more careful and didn't want to do mistakes. I mean, it's happened now and then with players. I don't think they think, I don't know what to say in English, they mean it or whatever. It comes anyway, just being careful, don't do any mistakes as long as you're in the lead. So that's something we have to learn. Also we stressed the dead ball situation, especially, I mean, when you're going to the last 10-15 minutes, you're leading with 1-0. We did some really crazy dead ball situation where we just passed the ball without being ready and things like that, and a little bit of stressing in the throw-in and things like that. And we have to be a little bit more, what shall I say, experienced or cynical, if you like to use that word, to kill the game in the end. Like we didn't do that 100%.
Do you think it's a problem of being at a big tournament in the first place?
Now, in a way, I could say I respect the players also. I mean, it's no fooling around with our players. They are not cheating or anything. They really play with a good attitude and fair play from that respect. But I mean, you have to be a little bit, really think what is important. I mean, even from a football part, when we start stressing some throw-ins like we did, and we have only 2 players up for a long throw-in, I mean, then we have to wait 10 seconds to have all players in order. So we have to be a little bit more cool in these situations.
When you introduced the Eider to the game, was it try to keep more onto the ball? What was the plan there?
Yeah, it was. I mean, both you can say, because the strikers were so tired. I mean, they worked so unbelievable hard in this game, and so one reason was that, but also that we hope Eider with this experience could come in and create some calm for the team.
It seemed like Elmar was preparing to come on before you put on Emil. Was there something there?
Yeah, we wanted to keep several players going because Joey was also very tired, and so we just wanted to be prepared if we needed, so someone would cramp or anything like that. So it's just to be ready for whatever could happen the last 10-15 minutes.
What did you make of the occasion when Eidur come into the game and the welcome from the supporters?
Yeah, of course it's nice. I mean, the career he has had for the Icelandic football is absolutely fantastic, and of course I really would like to give a lot of credit to the fans that they show in that respect.
Isn't very weird being still undefeated in a big tournament, but probably being more or less kind of pissed off?
How do you mean by that?
Yeah, because you wanted to win yesterday.
Yeah, you mean like that? Yeah, in a way you can say that, but I mean, at the same time, I think it's when it has been like this now, we have to learn from this that playing a draw is quite alright on this level, of course, but we have to perform a little bit better. So we can never be satisfied if we want to take part in these big events. So we need to improve all the time and be a little bit better.
You've been here before, and now some football experts are saying that this 24-team tournament is bad for the tournament because of, like one said yesterday, because of matches like Iceland and Hungary. How do you respond to this?
Yeah, I can say both in a way, because when I understood that they're going to change to 24, my first thought was, isn't that lowering the quality? But when you get used to the thought, I think it's a good decision. I mean, and I think all the teams here showed that it's getting tighter and tighter on international level. I mean, you have more and more players in the small countries going to better clubs, better leagues. So the national teams, it's getting tougher and tougher for everybody. So I think it's good for football as long as not the team are losing with really big figures.
What is the situation with Aron? He seems to be struggling a little bit.
Yeah, he has a little bit. He get tired in his growing. So it was also a little bit. Him and I discussed that if we should let him go on or whatever. But we thought for both for him and for the team that this would be the right decision. That take him off at the time we did.
Do you think the Austria game will be hard for him to play?
He felt better after the first game. No, I don't know after this game, but I hope that we did like this, that will help him so he can be even more fit. I mean, now he's played these matches and after being away for a long time as he was before we starting our preparation. So it should be positive, I think, for him. And if he got better after the first game, I hope it's the same now.
Thanks so much.